outside, dude.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Rams. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Brady going to throw. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Fournette running right. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Grant Haley in on the stop. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Fournette once more on 2nd down. And this is going to be a Bucs 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Brady. He completes this to Russell Gage. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Brady now to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Brady. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. To throw, it's Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Shaquille Barrett there pushing upfield to make the stop. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
From the 50, it's Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Touchdown, LA! Cooper Kupp, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
kills.
Speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
Gay now set to kick it off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Picked off at the 30. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Stafford. He'll get this one complete to Atwell.
While Tutu Atwell stands just 5'8" and weighs about 155 pounds, he absolutely is a home run type of a hitter. Very good on deep balls, run after the catch. You can use him on reverses. There he picks up a first down with that grab.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Stafford. This is caught. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Fournette running out of the gun. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Brady. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. After the interception, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Tyler Higbee just keeps getting better and better as a receiver. Makes a nice grab there for a first down. In his sixth season now, all with the Rams, 6'6", 255. And we saw Matthew Stafford like working with T.J. Hockenson the last couple of years. He's going to love working with Tyler Higbee.
On first down at Stafford. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. Here's a run with Akers on second down.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. They'll fake it. Now Stafford.
Open man is Atwell. Complete.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Stafford now to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if... And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Brady now on first down. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line.
And Mike Evans has been the model of consistency and excellence. 7 years in the league. He's been a 1,000-yard receiver 7 times, the first guy in league history to do that. And he makes another catch there for a first down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defense defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Just a yard to go here on second down.
From the gun, here's Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there just before halftime. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air again. Stafford. Touchdown! Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford.
And the Rams will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Going right back to Akers.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now Stafford. Open man is Henderson. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Rams first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing on third down, Stafford.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Levante David. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38, and he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Stafford on third down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So little by little, the better of these two sides starting to become more and more apparent.
3 points is not a knockout blow in the third quarter, but when the other guys haven't shown they can do anything, they don't have any points, this is looking pretty good. Maybe not a knockout blow, but a good stiff jab, that's for sure.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. The tally there, minus 8 yards. Leads to 4th down as well. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Brady now on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A big play there on the catch and run. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Fournette, he's
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now Brady got to have this one. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Now it's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. To the right side, incomplete to Atwell. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Off the option, here's Akers. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the 1st. Here's Riley Dixon now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Evans has got the first down and then some. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. A handoff to Fournette. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 99 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now Leonard Fournette. On the stop was Aaron Donald. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady letting one go deep for the end zone. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Open man is Miller. He's got it. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
One final try now for Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for L.A., they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.